5 seconds remaining.
Interesting, but the save is good. I mean, the disruption is going to be able to delay a little bit of the doom damage.
Radiant team pick.
Alright, they're just going to go Darkseer. So, it will be a Doom 4, it looks like. And we spoke about how if you don't pick up Oracle, then... Like, if you pick up Oracle, then... He's the biggest counter to the Darkseer, I'd say, in the laning stage. And now that Boom ID can't have that hero to counter the Darkseer, then they're going to have a really rough time. And Ember's not going to match up well at all. I don't... Oh... If you get high points in the Flame Guard, then the damage absorption should be okay. I know Shadow Demon's not the greatest support hero to deal with the Darkseer, you know, potentially cutting the wave or just sitting on top. And this is going to be a Doom probably maxing out Scorched Earth with Iron Shell as well, and I like this. Okay, so they're going to pick the Morphling here. There are really good replicate abilities already. If they want, Morphling can go safe. Morphling can also mid. I imagine it's going to be a Morphling safe though, just with the Darkseer matchup, because you're ranged. I mean, you don't have the greatest attack range, but it's pretty decent.
10 seconds remaining.
So, I mean, at least you will be able to stand your ground against the Iron Shell. It looks like Adroit probably looking for their I mean, you see the Morphling picked up, so I wonder if you'll go for your position 1 here. Potentially. We saw them run the Wraith King in that first series. They also went for the Lycan as well. They're going to pick up an OD though, so... Great versus the Morphling. Of course, if he goes full Strength Morph, then you're able to just stack up the Arcane Orb stacks, just because you can get, you know, a lot of the right clicks through. And also if Morphling is full Agi, then he's not going to have a whole lot of intel, so the ultimate does a lot of damage. This is a great OD game.
Remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And it's not bad into the Ember. It's actually reasonably good into the Ember, just because you're eventually going to get a Hex, so you'll be able to bring down the... you'll have lockdown for the Ember, and you can solo kill him. Also, Flame Guard's not going to help out against the Arcane Orb. It will kind of protect the Center's Eclipse, but even then, I mean, it's not going to do a whole lot considering the intel difference. But now it looks like Boom ID, they're looking for their position 3. And Adroit are looking for their position 1. I'm going to get rid of the Troll. Who do you need versus an OD? They could pick up a Pugna for Boom if they want and put him in the off lane. I know Pugna and Puck are usually the greatest matchups versus the OD, but seeing as you got a Morphling Ember as a core, the reason why Pugna is great against OD is just the Nether Ward. That's the main issue. Because OD's literally always using an ability throughout the team fight, whether you're right clicking or you're casting Astral or sending it Eclipse. So Ben at the Centaur. So a good way to get on the OD, the Stampede as well, to get away from the Darkseer. I'm still yet to know a really good core matchup versus the Morphling.
10 seconds.
Well, Troll's gone, which is probably would have been the best bet, I think.
5 seconds.
Apart from that, I mean, you can Anti-Mage, I guess, but Anti-Mage OD might be a little slow. They're gonna Druid. Okay, I didn't know if they could Druid. That makes sense, so. Really like this Druid pickup. They don't, I mean, Lifesteal is gone, so you can't pick it into the Druid. Of course, they wouldn't be able to anyway. They're sanking themselves, okay. I was gonna say a Lesh, potentially. So how do they want to run the Earthshake off? That's the question. Okay, we'll be FBZ. Sanking. This is interesting. I really like the Druid. I mean, they don't have... If he can get Radiance and start pushing down towers, you're also going to have an OD to scale. I'm a little worried about the Sand King going to the Druid, just because you can always Savage Roar him out of the Sandstorm. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? I'm going to say... I haven't seen an Ember Spirit do well in a long time. Looks like it will be Ember mid as well. Fervin's going to pick up the Morphling. I'm just trying to think. I mean, this is going to be... Darkseid is crazy strong right now. A lot of teams just can't play against him. And I don't know how well the Shadow Demon's going to match up as well. Once again, dude, I want to say... I've predicted Adroit, like, I think... I know 2 games. I don't remember who I said in the first game of that series, but I just like their lineup. This Lone Druid looks really good right now. Once he hits the Radiance timing, they're going to be able to push down towers before the Morphling comes online. OD as well is great into the Morphling and also the Ember Spirit. I'm going to go for I'd say the underdogs here. I think Boom ID probably favored in this. So, once again, I'm going to go for Adroit here. I think I like their draft a lot more. Just the potential of a Darkseid with a Doom in your lane. Like I said, I mean, you mainly want another melee position 4 with the Darkseid just because how the Iron Shoal melee combination works. And Doom's also going to be able to stay constantly on top of the enemy heroes just because he's got the Scorched Earth. So this is going to be a good matchup down bot. You're also going into the Morphling who, even if he waveforms away, you can close the distance.
30 seconds to battle.
That bear looks really... It kind of looks like an owl. The heck? I believe Dai can take this one out. I'm kind of surprised Boom ID got 2-0'd by Mineski, seeing as Mineski went through the, of course, the open quals. And also Boom have been looking really good. They've had this roster for a long time. They're only getting better and better. Of course, in this day and age, we don't see a lot of rosters actually staying together. It's mainly just, maybe someone forms for like a qualifier and then they just, disband, and that's pretty much it. But it's not the case for Boom. They've been together for a long time. You see, I wonder if Dox is going to try and rotate through. Won't get there in time. A lot of the time you see Dooms try and devour a creep early on just to get the devour on cooldown, but he didn't want to do that just so the Darkseid didn't miss out on experience, and his level 2 is extremely important. And that, yeah, I mean, I know that's something we see often, just, Dooms rotating around, devouring early, but like we said, Darkseid, your survivability comes through hitting those timing, just that level 2 early. We see often he can potentially get pressured if he doesn't hit that too early. Oracle is still just sitting in the trees. I mean, they haven't found anything up top. None of these supports have got scouted out in the meantime. This is just the power of the Lone Druid though, being able to... He's such an independent laner because, of course, your Spirit Bear can tank up. You can last it extremely easily as well. He's going to finally potentially show mid and maybe output some damage on Makoto, but even then, I mean, OD's only level 2. Might just try and purge off the Flame Guard, and that's what it would do. So he's probably just going to run back top now. Now they scout him out, so I imagine this creep... So the Courier is going to rotate over. And Bok, he's just cutting the creep wave now, so... Not a whole lot Keski can do is going toe-to-toe with the Darkseid. I wonder if Bok picks up a stick early, actually. You don't see this often. Darkseids with a stick, just because you really just want as much sustain as you can get. It's going to be careful, though. I'm going to try and pull the creep wave down, but that's 6 charges. I mean, he's going to do a lot of damage here. He's got to be careful if Kezcute can stack some more up. It's up to 7 now. He's going to go for a TP out. Will he fall? 8, and he dies. Kezcute slowly stacking them up. And that's a lot of gold, and I love the pickup straight away. Getting some more mana, 2 Clarities and a Mango. Recognizing that if FBZ is just going to constantly try and Sorry, if not EpiZ, if this Darkseid is going to constantly just try and cut the creep wave, well, let me just spam out the Shadow Poison. And our Bok also TP'd, so this is a horrible, set of, I was going to say set of engagements, but that's not the case. Just a set of, an outcome for the Darkseid. I mean, he tried to go for a TP up, ended up falling. Now it's got to force himself to run all the way back to the lane with only level 1 Surge, and you don't move fast at all with that. And now Pumi's got level 2, just pressuring out Kezcube. How's top going though? EpiZ is solo at the moment. In the meantime, Yokem sitting around mid lane. It's going to be able to scout him out here. Of course, Mac well aware, just thanks to the ward. Now, I love the ward positioning as well. Then it's on the top side, actually. Rotation. Yokem will join them here. Enchant Totem already been used just so he can get that double stack coming through. Now, Boomy's got to be careful. They get the adaptive strike and they bring him down. Now they're going to try and turn their attention to Bok. He's going to run up the high ground here, but Yokem with the fissure doesn't block him in. They get the banishment, however. Now Yokem as well. Perfect placement. Bok should end up falling here. Doesn't have the surge. Stacking up the poison. It's another kill for the demon. And the demon man is having such a good lane. Meanwhile, up top. And this is exactly what you want. I mean, EpiZ still having a reasonably good time. But hasn't won the Sentry Ward battle at the moment. Just because Dire have got a Sentry Ward on the deck. So it looks like Oracle with his rotation top was able to use that to drop that one down. But, I mean, he's having a good time. 19-0 compared to the 20-5 on the Druid. So he's still getting experience in farm. Level 4. There's nothing really Oracle can do. And this is big for them. I mean, with all the pressure coming down bot from the Darkseid. Even though he's having a really bad time, at least Darkseid is still, forcing some rotations. But it looks like Kezcube's actually going to rotate mid, potentially. Maybe just... I don't know if he TP'd mid for the bottle. I'm not 100% certain what just happened there, but... Places the sentry more up on top as well. They should be able to get this. I mean, Oracle, if he wants to wrap all the way down, we'll see it very shortly. You got to be careful how many trees you cut here, though, because it's just going to... increase the chance of Dire being able to take that out. A lot of the time you see the sentries getting dropped just throughout the trees, so teams don't have vision of it. This is a big thing as well. Yokem, if he can start getting a lot of, these rotations early. Here's the timing as well from the Druid, level 5. And we'll say that quickly before the bounty ring, just with the root bot. The big thing is that they should see the sentry there. It's going to take a lot of damage, actually. If Earthshaker can get kills early on, allow him to get tranks, and here's a rotation. Fissure will block OD in perfectly. They lose the Sand King top, but they'll find the outward Devour mid. It's going to take a while thanks to the Fairy Fire. But the Sleight of Fist from Makoto will bring him down. Now Boomy's going to rotate over as well. Yokem will he tick out to this Scorched Earth. Needs more damage. Don't think it's going to be enough, however. Darkseid's going to think about coming over, but it doesn't matter. Yokem does survive. So it's a 1-for-1 across the map. They lose the Sand King up top. They get the D1 and the Sentry as well. This is another Veil pickup as well. I guess he is pairing it up with a lot of magic damage early from the Radiant side. Fissure. Nice. I mean, Yokem, what? These have been great rotations already. Makoto has a slide top. Bring him down. We just spoke about. I mean, if this Earthshaker can get early rotations, find some kills, Fear with a root. Do they have detection? They're just going to bring him down. EpiZ. The root holding him in, so they get the vision now. Doom's going to TP through. He runs straight into the both of them here. Oracle will be able to follow up. It needs one more right click. Just going to try and hide in the trees. That's a lot of rotations. In the meantime, it allows Radiant to find the Darkseid once again down bot. But now Earthshaker, I mean, he's 1-0 on 4. Has the Tranks coming out for him, so the bonus movement speed is going to allow him to rotate across the map even easier. And I actually kind of prefer going for, the Tranks instead of something like an Arcane. Just because of, it'll give you more movement speed. Like I said, it's going to allow you to get across the map a lot easier. And also as well, you can, sustain your mana pool just with Clarities. I mean, it's going to use a lot. But at least the benefit you get is that you don't need any HP regen because you've got Tranks. It's also a lot cheaper than the Arcanes, like we said. So they will probably give Yokem... The issue with an Ember being mid is that he can't really rotate back to the jungle. He doesn't really farm that up extremely efficiently. So it means Earthshaker can't really take a lane. They're going to try and find EpiZ up top here. Burrow Strike stuns up one. Bear's going to think about chasing him here, but with a TP from Yocam. So he does rotate over here. So they know he would have left that mid lane, but in the meantime, OD is just falling back to the jungle. Looks like doesn't really want any part of mid. He's going to go straight back there, however. Just constantly wants to try and put pressure on this outward Devourer. Keep tabs on him as well, but they do scout him out with the Observer Ward from the Radiant side. How is bot going? Morphling. Top of the CS. We'll be going for the Lincolns. There's not a lot of lockdown from Dire, and pretty much... Actually, I didn't speak about this. This is a free Morphling game. It is a great OD matchup, but they have no lockdown at all. We'll be able to purge that off. Actually, no. Wait, what?
Dire's bottom tower
Hang on.
is under attack.
I thought... Never mind. Okay. Fervian's just going to continue the push down bot, but they will scout him out here. There's not a whole lot they can do. He's level 8. They got to be careful. They might just try and turn their attention to the Oracle, and they will. Won't connect on that route. It's not going to be enough damage, but it looks like he'll tick out thanks to the poison. Nice heads up play, just waveforming away to dodge that Fortune's End. Now they're going to try and find Bok as well. Makoto thinking about diving here. They will have the surge, but straight into Yocam. One stun connects. They have the Fissure as well. Doesn't lock him in. Instead, Makoto's going to get blocked up, but it doesn't matter. Tier 1's going to end up falling here. Top lane as well. Kezcute's going to rotate over. Boomy looks like he might end up falling here with the rotation. Radiant, they're going to TP on the shrine. Natsumi as well as overset the mark here, so at least they will find the demon, but it doesn't matter. Druid is going to try and go for a TP out, but they will have the stuns to stop this in case. Double kill for the Ember Spirit. 9-3 early, and boom ID. A really good start for them. Now Earthshaker's going to try and get as much as he can in that mid lane while Ember's just gone. Soak up a little bit of experience. It's not a lot, but I mean, they'll probably give him the tome, I imagine. Considering, look at the Darkseer's levels, man. This is rough. When you're forced to get wall level 6, which you absolutely don't want to do on a Darkseer. Because even level 2 in Search is just not enough speed bonus to escape.
Radiant are scanning.
They're going to try and smoke up before the bounty and tower. Boomy sitting up around that top side. Going to be under threat here. They got the Veil picked up as well from EpiZ. So this is a lot of magic damage, but well aware of the shenanigans. Recognizes the smoke coming through. Just going to scout this out as well. I mean, he knew it was coming beforehand, but definitely knows now with him being on the higher ground. They need to somehow shut down the drill though. 2,300 gold in the bank. Hasn't gone for the Midas. And it looks like they're going to try and put some pressure onto that tier 1 tower top. They get the root out, however. Kezcute's going to rotate through it. A lot of damage already on the lone drill. They're going to be careful. Savage Roll will push back the Sand King. Oracle's going to rotate over. Look at the magic damage. They burst down the Doom. Oh my lord. Just the Veil is so crazy. Now they're going to run forward as well. Chains on the drill once again. We'll get the heals coming through. Kezcute can't get in range for the disruption to hold them in. Makoto won't be able to get the dive as well. Low on mana, so can't remnant forward. But this is really nice play for them. Right before, you know, like I said, they smoke up for the bounty runes, but also they're going to put pressure on the top with this siege wave. And you don't see a Sand King really pressuring out towers too much. I mean, he's not the best tower taker at all. Mainly just pushes in the creep wave. They're going to be able to get this. 2 towers down. In the meantime, Yocam also getting experience mid. Already 1,200 gold in the bank. Now you're just going to continue putting pressure on. Looks like FBZ's going to join them across the map here. They've kept this siege wave alive, and they're going to think about putting some pressure on the T1 tower. Looks like Ember's going to rotate through. I wonder if Fervian will join them. I mean, has the perseverance. So not something into like a Yasha or anything, but Oracle is getting pinked out. It's got to be careful because he runs straight into the Morphlink here. Should be able to bring him down. They get the Fortune's End with the waveform as well. Astral's going to be able to delay this. Fervian's going to be careful because Sender's Clips is ready and waiting. Fisher's going to connect onto 2, but it doesn't matter. They don't find the OD. They get the Oracle, and our tier 1 is still going to form in. I love how they're playing this. Just keeping that siege creep alive, and boom ID with a really big net worth lead. And I mean, this is looking great for them right now. 3k gold for them. At least the Druid is farming up extremely well. That is the big thing for the Dire side. But even then, is it going to be enough? I mean, I'm just a little worried. He probably has to build a hood this game. Just because of the burst that Radiant are going to output. And like FBZ's so close to his blink. So is the Earthshaker as well. They're just all extremely farmed. I wouldn't be surprised if Boom ID slowed down the game a little bit. Wait till they get, you know, the Lincolns, the Blinks picked up on 2 of their heroes. And then that's when they start pressuring. How is bot going? Okay, so he's got the Helm of the Dominator. So it's going to help him split push out the waves here. Dire actually going for a smoke as well. So Doom does hit level 6. Looks like they're going to rotate down bot. Try and link a kill into a tier 1 tower as well. It's hard to find Makoto, however. Does he have the drums now completed? Okay, so he does. It's just on the Cory, however. That's the issue. Body's getting pushed in, and they know exactly what's happening. I mean, there's nowhere else Dai can be. You want to try and take this tower very fast, and Sand King, he's going to be the one to defend. They say, do scout him out. Do they have any detection, however? Boom is going to try and rotate through. They get the dust out. Mac as well. He's going to go for the epicenter. They will be able to cancel thanks to the Infernal Blade. Mac has the ultimate. He'll drop the hammer, and Makoto's low on mana now. He's going to be careful. Kezcute as well with the TP rotation, so they find FBZ. They're going to be able to keep their tower alive, actually. OD still stuck in the trees. They got to push out the creep wave fast, however. Looks like Mac will be fine. So in the meantime, T1 still going to take a beating here. Dai aren't done just yet, however. Remnant is available, but they're getting rid of the mana on Makoto. It's going to be careful. Disruption is out. Boomy under half HP here. The poison sacks are stacking up now. They get the Remnant away with the wall as well, but look at the Echo. Yokem, he's got the blink already. It's 14 minutes in. They'll find the OD. They'll try and turn their attention to Bok. Oh my lord, that's what they were waiting for. And Bok's running out to the west side, but will it be enough? He's got the soul ring. It's going to tick him down extremely low. They find the kill. And now another one for them. Boom is going to get caught out by Fervian. Wow. Earthshaker. They just tried to delay that as much as possible. They held onto the tier 1 tower as well. Dire for the whole time just couldn't get anything out of it. And it's another kill. They're not done just yet. Ember Spirit. Oh no. 5-0 and 3. And right now, Dire are in a grim situation. 4k gold net worth behind. And the tempo is just going to keep, you know, getting amplified right now, seeing as Boom ID. They're getting the Lincolns and also the Blink, which is going to just, you know, further allow them to hit these timings. Actually, FBZ went for a pipe. So interesting choice here. They're going to try and chase it down, but Makoto rotates over. Doom still has the ultimate. Both sides have a ward on the high gun, but they should just chip damage over on the Doom, and then they'll bring him down eventually. Meanwhile, around the bot side as well, Fervin with the Lincolns now completed. He's going for the shotgun build. They're going to try and catch him here. They get the disruption out with the magic damage as well. Fervin's got the waveform. They get the Helm Dominator. They turn their attention to the Darkseer as well. It's going to be a 2-4 false promise, actually. He's got the Shrine. Is it going to be enough? Looks like Fervin's going to turn his attention to the Oracle in the meantime. Adaptive Strike will burst him down. And now Darkseer, will it be the next target? Meanwhile, on the side, they've got the Epicenter coming through on the Outward Devourer. He can't get the Astral off thanks to the Fissure just controlling him in place. And Boom ID, a 5k gold net worth lead for them. Just constantly hunting around the map. And things are looking so good for them. FBZ about to have the pipe. So a lot of the magic damage from the Dire side is going to be completely neglected. And even early on, I mean, once this lone druid, even who is having a really good time, second in net worth, they're not really dealing with him as well. But, you know, once he gets this Radiance, it's still going to be a lot of magic damage, you know, being dealt. Radiant going to wrap around Fervian. Who can they find here? Boomy just sitting in the trees. Just going to keep farming up instead. Oh, pings. Never mind. Yokem. They scout him out here. Bye-bye, Boomy. Not much you can do there, my good sir. They bring him down. They'll turn their attention to the tier 2 tower. Can he catch that Zoomy? He's extremely slow. Nice Savage Roll. Remnant forward, however, they get the chains out. It's going to allow them to close the distance. The Purge is going to be there. Look at the magic damage, man. They just melt through him. It doesn't even matter. They'll catch Darkseer on the backline as well. Do they have enough lockdown? Of course they do. With the Blinks coming through, they pop the Echo Slam at the last second just to control up the Druid and the Darkseer. And this is the power Earthshaker 4-0 and 8 we spoke about. If it can have a really good early game, just getting these items early on, being able to rotate across the map. All you need is Tranks, man. That just allows you to join, you know, get from one side of the map to the next and just help out getting these assists. Being a part of 12 out of the 21 kills, it's a 9k gold net worth lead. And they're not done just yet. They're going to keep pushing this tier 2 tower in the mid lane. Makoto's going to heal up the boys as well, thanks to the bottle. But how do Dire take this? I mean, they got the Radiant Star picked up. This is a big timing for them. But how do you start these fights? I mean, you've got no initiation. Boom is going to try and get in range with the ultimate, but they get the Burrow Strike. Is going to end up falling here. Falls Promise, stuns onto 3. Radiant do have to be careful how far they overset the mark here. They're just going to slowly try and chip down the Doom, and he will actually tick out so they don't get the heals in time. And now Makoto is going to remnant forward. Who do they catch here? Savage rolls off the mark. Instead they get the remnant out. He's going to be careful. Sender's Clip's going to get dropped here for the Burrow Strike onto 2. They get the waveform as well. Max is going to get brought down. A Fissure onto 2. And Dire, they are crumbling right now. Box is going to be under pressure. Does have the surge up in 5, but he's not going to get there in time. It's 4 dead on Dire. A 11k gold net worth lead. Finally, this tier 2 is going to drop. Are they thinking about walking high ground? Looks like they are. And how do you defend this when you have got no damage output already? And with FBZ having the pipe coming out in the corridor, they'll at least delay it with the glyph, but it just doesn't matter. This is big for them. If they can get the tier 3, that's a lot of map control thanks to the shrines. And now Doom, look at the magic damage. The Veil, Fissure onto 2 as well. TP rotation coming through, but it won't be enough. Oracle can't even keep his position 4 alive. And now tier 3 is going to drop. Boom ID, they'll fall back here. Probably try and heal up. Use a majority of the gold that they've just got from all the, this kills from them and the objective taking. But now the shrines are available. This top shrine is really important for them. If they can take this, it's a lot of map control around Roshan. I don't know how Dire come back considering they don't have any way to start fights. We haven't seen a Doom yet from the, of course, from the Doom. I hate how the ultimate is the same name as the hero. It's just so annoying. It feels so weird. But that's the issue. I mean, you haven't seen his ultimate. They have no way to start the fight. They're lacking catch as well. And they're going to scout out the movements. There's smoke up. So it's going to get scouted here. They run into Mac. They pop the Echo Slam. They'll be able to bring him down before there's any save. And nice Fissure blocking off the Oracle. And now Fortune's End onto 2 with the Savage Roar as well. It'll push them back. But they get vision. They'll find the Helm. The Dominator creep. And they're not done just yet. If they can get the bear, this is big for them. Return's going to get cancelled here. Meanwhile, they'll turn their attention to the Oracle. Chain's gone home. Another 2-man Fissure. This Earthshaker is just catching them all out. And they're going to drop the G's dial. They'll tap out 20 minutes in. What a disaster of a game. Boom ID. After getting 2-0'd from Maneski, they're going to hit back and they'll hit back hard. This game ends 20 minutes in with 20 seconds. 35 kills all up, and Boom ID looks so strong right now. Wow. They absolutely... Ooh. That is worrisome. I don't know who that is. That is... Wow. Boom IG just hitting that blink timing on Yokan. 21 out of the 30 kills he was a part of. No lockdown from Dire. They couldn't deal with the Morphling. They couldn't deal with the Ember. So much magic damage coming through early on as well. Boom ID just ran completely over them. And I really like this Earthshaker. If you are allowed... If the enemy team gives you enough time for the Earthshaker to come online, and if they don't play around the Earthshaker's rotations, then they're going to pay for it. I mean, you saw the early Tranks we spoke about. It allows the Earthshaker to go from mid to top really fast. And also, it gave him a lot of space to hit that, hit the blink timing. I believe, if I remember correctly, around the 10 minutes, they rotated up 3 heroes from Boom ID with the Siege Wave. They tried to smoke up and get a kill around the Bounty Rune, but instead they were able to get the tier 1 tower top. And in the meantime as well, that allowed Yokam to get solo experience mid and a lot of farm as well. And that's the thing, Boom ID play really well around the Earthshaker. They try and, you know, around 10 minutes, give him a lane where he can farm up, you know, maybe get a few waves of experience and gold so he can get towards that blink. And you saw once they hit the blink, then Boom ID, they didn't stop their aggression at all. They just keep, you know, hitting their timing slowly and slowly. putting the pressure on the Die side. And even though this Radiance came through from the Druid at a really good timing, it just didn't matter because the rest of the team had no impact. But Boom My D, they're going to take game 1. And with that being said, now Adroit are on their backs or against the walls. But we're going to take a quick break here before we head away. Thank you to DX Razor for helping support the tournament. Thank you, of course, once again, just for helping sponsor and also, making sure these players are sitting extremely comfortable. No issues with their backs at all with the quality of the chairs. But we're going to take a break, guys. Game 2 is going to be right around the corner. And I'll see you guys very shortly.